Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Frankie B, and I'm right back on the art flow. This time around, I got to tell you, man, this is one that I'm really excited to be working on. Well, here you go. Here, let me give you some context. A while ago, I feel like last year, I actually, I don't know, I reached out to Kenneth Rocafort about, possibly doing an art trade. It's been a long time since I've done art trades. I've done a few. I'm very kind of like, I would have to be like a specific artist and somebody who I really admire their work and stuff like that. So anyway, I just shot it out there and he said, sure, sure. So then what happened was I connected with him again into coming into this year. And I said, yeah, I said, hey man, are you still down to do it? And he said, yeah, definitely, man. So what I did was I sent him some reference images of B.W.N.N, who is the protagonist of KAIJUS and Cowboys. And I said, yeah, this is our character, me and Matt Blair's. And yeah, I would love to have you, if you could illustrate it up on the actual official, KAIJUS and Cowboys, sketch card material. And so I end up mailing him 2 sketch cards and stuff, just so that just gets, if he screwed up, then he would have the extra. And then I said, and then let me know what you want done. Now, what I've noticed about Kenneth is that Kenneth does not respond a lot to people. And I totally get it. I totally understand and stuff like that. And so, I sent him stuff a couple of times and I just said, hey man, just tell me what you like and whatever. Still didn't get anything. What he did send me back was this. He showed me the image of B.W.N.N and it just blew my mind. I said, all right, dude. So this is what you're doing. You're setting the bar up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a very competitive person in my nature, in my heart. And it's not competition in the sense of saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna win. It's more the competition of, I love when other artists, when they come with their A game, and then that to me sort of spurs me on to get my A game up. Like whatever they're done, then I'm gonna try to kick my skill set up and stuff like that. I think that it's definitely something that is necessary in the field that we have, the career that I'm in the field, the overall art industry, because it just keeps stuff looking fresh. It keeps everybody up on the game, and everybody sort of is striving to put the best of their work out. So with that said, he did this amazing piece, which I love. It was a beautiful action scene, very clean, very crisp, color and stuff like that. Well, he ended up mailing it to me, and I was like, okay, geez, man, all right. Still didn't hear anything else back from him. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop asking. What I'm gonna do is start doing my research, and that's one of the things I've over the years working in the art industry is I've become somebody who's very like, I'll do my research. I'll try to find stuff and whatever, and then try to get information, and then from there, use that information to try to work on a project or whatever to make sure that I have the necessary references and things like that to complete the assignment. Anyway, I did a couple of some searches, and I found very few interviews with Kenneth in which he spoke about a character that he really wanted to illustrate, but he never had the chance to. And that character would be Lobo from DC Comics. And so I said, okay, I can work with Lobo. I've never had the chance of doing Lobo, the character. He's a cool character. I loved what Simon Beasley did with the character, some of the most amazing artwork. So I said, okay, this would be kind of interesting. But again, as I said before, I'm a very competitive person, and I believe in that if he stepped his game up for this, then I got to go twice as big. That's Frankie B, man. That's just me, man. That's in my nature. So with that said, this is what I'm working on. All right, let me see if I can get it in there. Another thing too, I kind of, it's better late than never kind of moments. But I was looking at my because I do all these videos on my iPhone, and I noticed that in the video for HD they had 30 and then they had 60. I never noticed that before until today, and so I hit the 60, and boy, this looks a lot more crisper. So I think I'll start doing stuff in 60 HD, and hopefully it'll pop up much more clearer on YouTube and stuff. I had someone respond to one of my, who commented on one of my videos, whereas it was one of my Facebook Lives. And what happened was, because I was having larger images sort of coming in and out of frame, I wasn't able to crop in the way I usually do with stuff like this. Like I'll probably crop in on this just because the size ratio and stuff like that. And so the person said that when they try to go full screen, I guess on their computer, laptop, they it didn't look right. So it looked much more better smaller. And I thanked them for it, because again, that's something that, it's good to know. And it made me definitely mindful of this. And yeah, I'm glad to see this setting on HD. So I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. Anyway, today I am going to be starting on this sketch puzzle card. Now this is an art trade, and I'm doing it on the official Kaijus and Cowboys sketch cards that we have. 32 point black. Oh God, I forgot. 32 point black. They're very thick. They have thick, and the black is like almost like you can see right. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry about that, but that's the thickness of it right there. These are pretty thick cards. It really helps against bleeding and stuff like that. And so this is what I'm doing for Kenneth. Because first off, I really do appreciate the fact that he took the time to do that, and just do the art trade. And so hopefully, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna mail it off to him, and then hopefully see what his reaction is to it. But anyway, let's do this. So right now, what I did was I used my non-photo blue pencil. This is old school. No, I don't really know if that old school, but it's a Prismacolor non-photo blue right there. Oh, maybe it's better pull back. There you go. It's kind of good. And then just stand it. So I just kind of rough out the shape and stuff like that. And for me, when I work on things like this, projects, I kind of like a theme, a story, because then that helps sort of drive the creativity for me. And so in my mindset, I said, okay, it would be really cool is you have like this buddy moment, like Lobo is actually been working with B.W.N.N, and they've battled this giant kaiju who's in the background right here. You can barely see him. See it, and there's some tentacles and stuff. I mean, I'll tell anyone right now, when you draw kaiju stuff or giant robot stuff, and you want to show stuff in the background, but be kind of non-descriptive, throw a tentacle in there, or throw a helicopter, or throw some kind of device or something that's hovering around, but at a distance and stuff, and it just gives us a little bit of perspective just to add in there. Just like I got a couple of planets in here, some moons and stuff like that. You'll start seeing it once I start penciling it. All right, here we go. Yeah, I was really surprised. And again, I'm very selective on the kind of artwork that I get from various artists, because again, I collect artwork as well. And I like to have certain kind of artwork, various artists' artwork in my collection, like any collector out there. And so I really dug what Kenneth did. The funny part about it, I'll be honest with you, I did not know that Kenneth had done stuff in the for the big guys. I didn't know that until after I did my research, and I was like, oh shoot, I was like, so that's why, because when I went to his YouTube page and I noticed a lot of people viewing it, I said, wow, man, this dude, and he's doing like these really, he's not, these really quick sketches, and he doesn't really talk. He doesn't say anything on these videos, but you're seeing all these people and they respond. I'm like, wow, man, these people really, what is it about this dude? And then next thing I know, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So he's been in the trenches, in the comic book trenches. He's done some stuff for some of the big boys. So that definitely explains a lot to his level of professionalism, and then also to his the reaction by the fans and stuff to his work. He clearly is an amazing artist, and again, I'm very honored. To actually have some of his artwork, especially a character that's created own character that me and Matthew created. Really, my dream is that B.W.N.N ends up being like a character that other people will enjoy to illustrate as much as I enjoy illustrating. Because I think he's a cool character. I really do. I mean, who's the character that just popped up on the Book of Boba Fett? Kata. Oh boy, I might say his name wrong. He's a bounty hunter. I remember watching him during the, was it the Clone Wars? Oh man, he's so good. God, for the love of me, I can't think of his name, but you know who he is. But just that scene with him and his duster. Oh, it's like I remember looking at Jess going, that's how I see B.W.N.N. When you see B.W.N.N coming, you just see these green eyes, you know, lit, and then you just see this duster, the classic, you know, cowboy coming from out of the dust, out of the, you know, out from the field or something, and it's just whipping in this wind, you know, or something. That's how I see B.W.N.N. Something cool about dusters. I just gotta say that. All right. And then in this picture, of course, because B.W.N.N doesn't, he's a robot and he doesn't drink alcohol. I actually gave him like this sort of battery charger or whatever that looks like a beer, pretty much. He can sort of plug into himself or whatever. Just as a little bit of humor. So yeah, do some penciling. There you go. And oh yeah, let me just remind everyone, this is going to be a mashup video. And so I'm doing a little bit of talking now, and then I'm going to transition over to hyperlapse where everything speeds up really nice. I just got to say, I'm kind of bummed a little bit because I did some work on the recent unfinished, I called it my unfinished series of pieces, the Jet Jaguar versus Jet Jaguar. Had a nice video. Well, I thought it was going to be a nice video with them, you know, color. I was coloring up and everything. And for the love of me, I don't know why, but I decided to not do it sped up. And it ended up being like 30 minutes and it just was boring. And, you know, and I tried to put music to it and it just was horrible. And I had to kill it. Excuse me. Hopefully that small little burp didn't get on there. Oh man. Yeah. And it was just like, this one of those lessons. I just was like, I can't put that. I had it up there and then I just said, I can't put this out. I said, it looks so much better. The music, when it's done sped up much more faster, it just looks a lot better. You know, you hear me talking a little bit and then all of a sudden it just speeds up. And I think that's the magic in it. Because first off, you're not going to, you know, I'm not expecting anybody to waste their whole day watching, you know, my videos as I'm drawing these and stuff like that. I wouldn't ask that of anybody. You know, I wouldn't ask that of myself. Even when I see some of these videos, I like it when it's sped up and stuff. All right, it's looking good. I think we're at the 12-minute mark. So, all right, I think I'm going to shift over to hyperlapse. But as usual, thank you so much for just coming by and hanging out for a little bit and listening to my mild rants. I really do appreciate it, and thank you. I like to thank the people that have subscribed to this channel. Again, I like to always give like a disclaimer. This is not a tutorial. I'm not trying to teach anyone anything. It's just me as a an artist out in the art industry who's been out there for a bit, and I'm just sharing my portfolio. Think of this more as me just sharing my portfolio, you know, and I just having to talk a little bit about it. If I was sitting across from you, well, if I was sitting at a table at a con and you came over and was looking at my pieces and stuff, I'll be doing the same thing, just talking to you and stuff like that. You know, I feel like anything that I say and whatever, if it's something that you can pick apart and find something that works for you, then that's awesome. That's something that's a great surprise. I'm like, yeah, cool. If not, cool, no problem. You know, I'm sure that there's a lot of other artists out there that are dropping a lot of different knowledge, and the good thing about it is because of the internet and things like that, you can get some of that information and that knowledge. So it's a lot easier now than when I was going out. Like you had to physically go out there and look for it, and hopefully the persons would be really cool about just, you know, dropping it, you know, when they had the chance. So with that said, as always, keep that art flowing, and time for me to get into the back into this flow. Take care.